back with another episode of Double Barrel Shotgun with your host Eve and B. We're ready to go. So here we go. NFL playoffs this weekend. We're gonna start with the AFC. Chiefs Patriots. What do you think, Eve?
Wow. Yeah, I didn't think much of the game, to be very honest with you. I mean, a little surprising. I really wanted Kansas City to win, but I wasn't surprised. But at the same time, they gave it an effort. But clock management, another Andy Reid.
Did we say so?
Some six, man.
Oh my goodness!
Really, golly,
dude, man. Someone buy a guy a watch for Christmas. My goodness,
guy. Dude,
he's sitting there looking at he's there looking at his cards, and the clock's ticking away. I'm like,
tick, 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 tick.
And I think Dan Fouts was doing the game. He made such a great point. He's like, "Yo, try to get one more play off before the 2-minute warning."
Before the 2-minute warning, and you had 3 timeouts.
And then at the press conference saying afterwards, like, "Well, yeah, we were planning to do so." It's like, well, you showed no urgency or anger when it went to 2-minute warning.
And then you know what he does today, though? He's making a whole bunch of excuses saying that there was problems with the headset.
I don't hear that crap, man. If that's the case, then there's been problems with headsets for about 12 years in this case.
Yeah, man.
This dude ran on timeouts by the third quarter in the Philadelphia New England Super Bowl.
Dude,
between him and McNabb, I mean, it's just,
I don't know what's up with Andy Reid, man.
Oh my
really, seriously, man. Golly.
And even with that said, they still had a chance to stop him. And then the fluke bounce, in this case, only New England gets.
That's what I'm saying.
Ricochets off one receiver and bounces the hands of the other. Only New England can catch that one. I might find something to do that Sunday evening. I don't know if I can sit down and watch Manning Brady one more time.
You must have read my thing, because I put my posting on there. I said, "Listen, is it just me? I'm not excited about that match."
Anybody interested in playing a game of pinochle? Like, I'm like, seriously,
I was saying the same thing. I'm like, I'm just gonna watch the NFC championship game and call it a day.
Oh my god! Let's jump to the next game. Okay, so I'm right now in mourning right now because boy, is there ever a game that Pittsburgh should have had? This is the game. I mean, if you sat down, you didn't know the score. You swore Pittsburgh beat these guys by 2 touchdowns. And yet, you look at the score, it was a 4-point game at one point. I don't understand it.
They coached to lose, man. They didn't coach.
I don't know. I hear what you're saying. I understand your point, but I think the only thing I give a caveat is we don't know exactly how hurt Roethlisberger was. So we don't know how aggressive they can be with the arm.
Those plays were there was those crossing plays that they do across with the wide receiver. But had those plays open.
Hold on. Easy to say so, but when you're backed up against your goal line, trying crossing plays, that's a dangerous proposition. That's the reason why I think because that's the one time where I can say, okay, it's a little too conservative. 3 runs in a row, like really? That was definitely the one where I say, like, dude, you gotta throw it somehow. Somehow you gotta throw it. You know?
Man. All I just know is that I understood that they probably had concerns and stuff, but
that said. When it's all said and done, you can say the coaching, and with 7 minutes left, you're driving to go down, and probably you can put the score to ice it, and your running back pops the ball out on a weak play. When it's all said and done. So whatever you want to say about the coaching, you had the game about to put it away.
Yeah, you had the game somewhere.
And you're sitting there on loose play. And the moment that play was ran, I said to myself, like, I don't like the feel of this at all. I don't like how he's running. He's running too casual. Too casual. And I'm like, dude, there's times when you put your head down, there's time to dance. This is not time to dance. With 7 minutes left to go, looking to get to the conference championship. Put your head down, pick a hole. When I down there dancing around, like, it's like, like he wants to do a waltz. I'm like, oh Lord, this is trouble.
Yeah,
this is trouble.
It wasn't even a hard. He just got punched out.
He got punched out because he's too loose with the ball, and you can see it come from a mile away. I'm sitting there going, I'm feeling funny about this. I was wanting to go and take a knee. I felt that bad about it. It's like there's too much space. Sometimes when a guy's too open at NBA, he's shooting a 3 and he's too wide open.
Yeah.
You always want a hand in the face. This is the equivalent of that in football. You need some action around him to maybe you think twice and he hold the ball a little firmer. The moment he's out that much, there's nobody around him. I was like, oh Lord, this has got me nervous, man. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, he wears the goat horns when it's all said and done. Like, we can try to talk about the coaching this and who didn't do that. When it comes down to it, a fumble at the 35-yard line ended the game.
Yeah, that's it. It was a killer play.
Sometimes it is what it is. So, I mean, the Steelers did as best they could with their top receiver. Obviously, both running backs gone for the season.
Yes, I give credit. Hey, listen, I really wanted the Steelers to win.
Your quarterback probably about 70% at best. I mean, so, it is what it is. And I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think this New England game's going to get slaughtered. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Denver fans. I don't know how many of you out there, but, like, this... I would not be feeling good as a Broncos fan, feeling like, yeah, we're ready to go to the Super Bowl after watching that performance.
Listen, let me tell you something. Manning was...
That looked horrible.
Like, a friend of mine and I were talking about the game. We were like thinking, okay, if this game is close, do you start thinking about Benjamin? I said, well, he can't do that now.
No, it is what it is at this point.
Yeah, there's no point because I'm going, like, the guy still got you in the game, and it just takes one drive and he'll get you in. But I was like, I just didn't. I said, if that's New England next week.
Well, the key player in this game, in this case here, is check the weather report, folks. Boy,
that's it.
Get your Al Roker on this one, because if this weather report's gonna be snow,
be the MVP
and wins, it's done. Okay, I don't have to even watch the rest of that game. I already know how that's ending. Let's move over to the other side, where it's a little warmer and balmier as we head to the Carolina, North Carolina, and North Kakalaka. So, okay, let's get once again in morning again. So Seattle decided to start unpacking in this case. So Seattle decided to unpack their bags at halftime. In this case, it seems like to join the rest of the game. In this case, as proceedings were already happening.
Maybe they didn't have their caffeine fix.
Good Lord, maybe Sierra should have howled them a song. They would have woke up in time to go and actually play the game.
Maybe they should have woken up in their hotel room a little bit earlier, and then they probably got them going.
Dudes, I never seen a team look so lethargic coming out for a game.
That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. The first quarter was just bad.
First quarter, getting beat from pillar to post.
Right. They gave up 31 points.
There were all sides. There was no side left in this case to be beaten on. They were whooped everywhere. Okay.
Yeah, man, that was
Special
crazy.
Teams, offense, defense. It was just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that was nuts.
Oh my gosh, man! I don't know. The second half was a valiant effort.
Very much so.
The defense in second quarter, showed that it could lock down was ready. But when it's all said and done, this Seattle team's gonna have to make some changes when it's all said and done. It's going to be a very different Seattle team next year. I was listening to some guys on the radio this afternoon, and they have to tell me what I already knew in this case here. Marshawn Lynch will not be a Seahawk next year.
I've been saying that for the last 2 years.
Okay? There's going to be some dudes in the defense. I will include Cam Chancellor in that list in this game. Will not be a Seahawk if they know what's right for them. Because that dude stayed 5.
He's a nice player and everything, but boy.
Dude.
Coverage?
Dude, they beat you on the same play all year. Tight end down the seam guy all year.
Tight ends down the seams guy.
And of course, the key drive in this case that essentially solidified the game. 2 plays by Wilson to get first downs. Cam Chancellor nowhere to.
After he popped him.
Unbelievable. Oh.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, Cam Chancellor needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
Stay up for 5 weeks in this case here, and the defense get better. He was there, but there's still some gaping holes that. He just can't cover them dudes, man.
Can't cover a tight end, man.
No. Be it was the Bengals game, be if it was Carolina, you name the team that had a good tight end, it was all she wrote.
That's it.
I just think it's I think in this case here, Irvin, they said, might go to. We'll see. It might have to clean house on that a little bit, man. Some of these dudes might have to just go and just bring in some young guys from the draft, because it's just like, the defense, offensively, I like the receiving core, actually.
I actually do.
I like the receiving core.
You know what? They don't even need Jimmy Graham.
No, I don't mind keeping. I don't mind keeping Graham, but I think I like Lockett, Richardson. Those boys are nice.
Oh my goodness!
So I like what I see there, and I must admit, as much as Doug Baldwin yaps his gums, boy, he balled out this year.
Yeah, he did.
He balled out. You can say what you want.
It helps that you're getting 11 or 12 TDs this year.
Yeah.
But Wilson played great in the second half.
For real. Yeah, I think it's obviously now it's fully Wilson's team. But let's get with the winners go with the spoils in this case. Let's talk about the boys that got through. So let's jump quickly over to Arizona Green Bay. I was out that night. I can't hold to watch the last quarter of that. Just to watch replay that. Wow, how is it that he's able to get 2 Hail Marys and
the same year? Yeah, it was crazy.
But essentially having the same game.
Yeah, no. Okay, I'm gonna say this though. Carson Palmer was reverting back to what we know Carson Palmer to be.
It's the Bengals.
He was skittish aside from the first touchdown series they got, he was skittish the whole game. And I was like, yo, this guy, he can't throw nothing. He's nervous as heck. Almost picks. Like if Sam Shield caught that pass.
Right.
Oh,
right.
Man.
Yeah, he's off the races.
Off to the races. That game was over.
I just sit there and think, this is a debate we've been having all year, Carolina, Arizona, which team looks like the more solid team. And this is the part that worries me about Arizona all year long. They're prone for big plays both ways. Makes me nervous. Some dudes that I'm not sold on being big time players when it comes down to it. Sorry, yes. Carson Palmer, history is not shown to be a big time player. I'm sorry. And I've said before, that theme in the playoffs, man, you are what you are, man. And let me tell you something, man. Everyone's scabs start showing up in the playoffs. And we just talked about Seattle not being able to cover tight ends, and here we are again. Carson Palmer make you nervous, and the Arizona defense gives up big plays too often for a team that's supposed to be a top defense. Too often. You got a man pinned in his end zone, and somehow he get a 40-yard launch on you, and then come back and essentially do the same thing the next play?
I know. 2 big plays like that, man.
Give me a break. I saw Prime just ripping into Peterson.
Well, because these guys don't, I don't know what they
These guys want to be on the highlight film. That's all I think about.
I just don't get it. Like, when you're a defensive back, listen, as they said, if you're supposed to go all the way back, you give the guy 5 yards ahead of you. You don't make a guy come right close to you. You're supposed to be behind him.
Right, but why is it like why? I mean, I said before, I didn't get the full context of the game. I was watching more of the highlights, so I don't know. Maybe a show. Like, I don't know if it was the last play of the game with that. It was on the last play, wasn't it?
Which one? With
the one with the
Yes, it was.
So why is it was one-on-one coverage?
Prior before that, he got another one down. He got another.
Yeah, that's the one in the end zone. I don't understand how the guys are getting behind you. Like Arizona's defense.
Patrick Peterson too.
Yeah, well,
Patrick Peterson, I personally, think, no disrespect, I think Patrick Peterson's a bit overrated.
Overrated.
Yeah,
that's not 0. It's an O.
Yeah, because he wears 21 and he does the punt return stuff.
And he does yapping, dudes.
Nah, man, I prefer Matthews over. I prefer the little small, the Honey Badger kid over him.
Yeah, he's become a better player in this case. He's a much more disciplined player. Like, I just sit here and shake my head. Like, I just don't trust Arizona in a big spot. Sorry, I just don't, man.
Yeah.
And then, so as far as Carolina goes, yeah, they got their issues too because they know prone to give up big leads, which does make me nervous as well too.
All right.
I mean, like, crazy. Dude.
To think about that, they could have lost that game, and they didn't get no points in the second half.
It was like the third time this year that happened to them. I think
that's what I'm saying. No points in the second half.
Yeah, that makes me a little nervous, a little bit. I mean, I think the defensive side of the ball makes me nervous. You're fine.
I'll say this because in the first half they really kicked behind and everything was sorted. I don't know what happened in the second half because that was like.
See, I went down in 50 seconds to score a touchdown, guy. Like, come on.
Right away when they got the touchdown, after they got down to 17, I was like, okay, we got a game here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It'll be an interesting game. I think it's going to be a fascinating game. Probably one of the better NFC Championship games in a long time. I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, personally, I think this game is probably going to be the Super Bowl game for me. It's just me. That's my opinion.
I hear you, but with New England, man, New England's not a team that can get blown out in the Super Bowl. New England's going to be there, guy. They're still the champs. They're still the champs. And they got Brady. So, as much as you want to say so, New England don't get blown out. That's just a fact. So, you can talk about it as an NFC man all you like. I'll go with history. History tells me New England's going to be right in your face when it's all said and done in the fourth quarter. I don't care which one of these two teams are playing. I ain't care for the P-man.
We'll see.
So, it hurt.
Because as I said before, man, I have no interest in watching that game, the AFC Championship game. But I mean, that's just me. I mean, I'll catch a gander, of course.
Okay, let's give your picks quickly so we can get out here. Who you like, man?
I have to go with rating the boys.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna go with Cam.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think we got New England, Carolina in a rematch from what started off the New England dynasty.
Yeah, it started off that dynasty.
Who knows? Maybe this might end the dynasty right here.
Yeah.
I think Cam, is asserting himself as not just the best player as far as MVP season. I think he might be looking to try to be. I think he's getting to a point where you start talking about the best player in the league, and I think.
Oh, I think so.
And I think right now they think this is a big stage. He's always been kind of a big stage type player from even college.
Since college.
I think when I see those type of players beating the NBA or the NFL, I always say, boy, those spotlight players. I say, call them spotlight dudes. Watch out when the lights get bright. Some guys like those moments. So
yeah, well, we'll see. It'll be, but let's temper everything. Let's just
I know we're gonna see. But I like Carolina.
But as I said before, I like hey, listen, I like Arizona too in part because I like Bruce Arians, but. Bruce Arians.
He's been a little shaky himself, dude.
Oh my goodness, he's been out coached for a couple of years, so it's like I was nervous still. So
you got Riverboat Ron to help him out on the other side. So I mean,
I think New England's going to come up and do as much as I like the defense for Denver. I just think because the fact that Brady's there and and plus, I'll just say this: if Denver plays zone, oh my goodness, Broncos going to kill those guys.
Yeah, it's done. They got to play man.
But it depends on who plays man over Bronx, though.
Yeah, true.
That's the key.
True. Well, quick question now before we get out of here. Over under on when Brock Osweiler will be in the game.
I
I say second half.
Right. If they're down,
I say start the third quarter.
I think Kubi. Listen, this is where it is coming to it. I was saying this last night, watching the games. Listen, you're a coach. You only have one chance. This ain't a 7-game series.
Right.
Not a 7-game series. You don't got time to come up and placate. You don't got time to come up and worry about people's feelings. You're trying to win a game.
Folks at home, watch the first quarter of that game because that might be it after that. Because if that leads like 17-0, trust me.
And they're down 14, 15.
Right,
they're down 14, 3 scores.
Yeah, watch
call
out.
it a wrap and just say, Brock? Yeah.
Yep, exactly, man. So we'll leave it at that. Where can the good folks find you, man?
They can find me at Y Charlotte, man.
And as always, you can find me at Beyond Locker Room, short form RM, man. Anyway, guys, take care. We'll catch you all next week.